Ladies and gentlemen, you all are all welcome to this August occasion. These are groups of various youths and civil society who have come together to endorse our vibrant candidate, Dr. Ibrahim Bello Dauda, for the APC presidential primaries. The convener will unveil the message to the entire world. Mr. Convener, sir.
All right, thank you, my comrade. We are here because it is time to take a stand. And you know how people say here and there goes nowhere. The situation in our country, it has come to a time where especially young people should be able to have a clear vision of the kind of leadership they want in the country. And we have a clear candidate, young, vibrant, successful, not just because he's young, but because he's capable. And today we are here to take a position, unveil to the world, and present to his party, our party, the All Progressive Congress, for them to grant him the needed consensus to proceed with the general election and eventually win to lead the country come 2023. The Nigerian youth endorsement of Dr. Ibrahim Bello Dauda as President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria in 2023, being the position of a coalition of Nigerian youth leaders on 2023 presidency of the Federal Republic of Nigeria as presented today, Thursday, June 2, 2022 in Abuja. Gentlemen of the press, our brothers and sisters, comrades in struggle, ladies and gentlemen, today, the second day of June 2022, this coalition of youth leaders from national youth bodies, the All Progressive Congress youth groups, and the civil society are here gathered to endorse the presidential aspiration of one of our own, whose leadership credentials are impeccable, Dr. Ibrahim Bello Dauda. These groups include Youth Advocacy for Credible Leadership, Youth for Peace and Security Development Initiative, Empowerment for Unemployed Youth Initiative, North-South Youth Integrity Forum, APC Youth Integrity Network, APC Youth Vanguard, APC Young Professionals Movement, APC Unity Group for Goals, APC Youth Support Group for Better Nigeria, Muhammadu Buhari Youth Emancipation Strategic Movement, Creative Center Against Poverty and Underdevelopment, Partners for Legislative Agenda in Nigeria, Guidance of Democracy and Development, Citizens Awareness for Political Engagement and Social Development Initiative, Global Initiative for Rural Health, Civil Society Groups for Accountability and Honesty, Independent Public Affairs Watch Center, Transparency Advocacy Initiative, Patriotism and Good Governance Forum, Citizens Alert for National Development and Democracy, and the Initiative for Leadership and Economic Watch in Africa. And most significantly, the leadership of the National Youth Council of Nigeria, under where all these groups fall. Dr. Dauda is a frontline presidential aspirant under the platform of the All Progressive Congress, APC. And having endorsed him, we hereby present him to the APC for total support and possibly consensus. In doing this, we recognize and pay our utmost respect to many other eminent Nigerians in this race for the 2020 presidency. But it is the time of the youth, and having identified a young Nigerian of unassailable leadership credentials, it is right and righteous that we choose and stick with our own for the job of the Nigerian presidency. This endorsement is not just about being young. It is about possessing the requisite credentials and capacity to lead the country at a time that dynamic and digital leadership is most desirable. And we dare say that Dr. Dauda is capable and ready. Also recall that during the assent to the Not Too Young to Run bill, which is now an act, President Muhammadu Buhari, in praising the legislation, also appealed to the youth to support him and that he will in turn support them after his tenure. that was a promissory note and a check. It is time to cash it, and there should not be any bankruptcy about it. The youth want to insist that the appeal that was made by the president, the youth of Nigeria has stuck with the president, supported him against all odds. Now we are also asking him to, pay the youth back. And we keep saying that it is not because somebody is a youth, it's because somebody is a youth and is capable of leading the country, and he has demonstrated it and is very ready to do so. We hereby remind Mr. President and the APC of this promise, and we urge them to honor it now that the youth has presented somebody who is eminently qualified to lead. For the records, Dr. Ibrahim Bello Dauda holds a doctorate in business management, a successful businessman, a leadership development consultant, a policy analyst, and a philanthropist. He is also a political leader of note. Now we hear of the efforts of the All Progressive Congress to reach a consensus in his candidacy. It is our earnest expectation that Dr. Ibrahim Bello Dauda should be granted the right of first refusal. This will no doubt ensure a massive youth support for the party, and victory in 2023 election would have been assured even before voting starts. We shall continue to stand and defend the youth mandate, which is the core objective of the Youth O'Clock program of the Nigerian youth, as launched by the National Youth Council. There shall be neither a retreat nor a surrender on this mandate. Fellow Nigerians, gentlemen of the press, this is our reasoned and firm stand. It is Dr. Ibrahim Dauda or nothing beneath it. We will be keeping vigil on this, and we anticipate that the APC will follow the yearnings of the youth and do the right thing. Thank you, and God bless you. Thank you. The Dabi has a well-articulated agenda, and we have gone through it. And all these things we see, they are like rehearsed speeches. We water and fire, bring security, bring economy, is what everybody is saying. But if you go through his own, he's telling you, this is what I want to do, and this is how I want to go about it. Anybody will tell you that they want to bring security, they want to build the economy, they want, how? So we went through it. When we say he's not only young, he's capable and ready. And he's summarizing what he called digital leadership. A leadership that is dynamic, is digital. Because most of the thing that is worrying us actually is analog leadership. The way we have been doing it since, we want to be doing it the same way and want to expect a different result. And it's not going to happen. That is in order not to take the time of the. So we believe he's a digital person, and everything he has promised, he has articulated how he wants to achieve it. And then, of course, in terms of the youth, because our sister from AIT also was particular about the youth, it will be unimaginable to even reason or imagine that Dr. Dauda can be president and the youth constituency will be left. Because not only because he's young, he has done a lot in terms of empowerment of the youth, mentorship. That is his life. We are not saying because somebody wants to contest election. He has been in youth leadership, youth mentorship, youth consultancy, and he has a lot of foundations for it. So we take it for granted that it will be a youth o'clock under him. Then about imposition of candidate, we will not speak for APC. Personally, I'm an APC person. And I spoke about youth.
So you can react to the question.
Yes, of course, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I say personally, I'm also within that. I'm also, so I will not want to use the word President Buhari is imposing a candidate. That's not to my knowledge. But there is what is consensus, and that consensus is that people that are involved must agree. And if you do not accept it, you will contest. In the last APC convention, people talked about consensus. Incidentally, I was also in the electoral subcommittee, and we know we conducted some elections where people insisted that they want to. So I still believe that if APC as a house are not able to build that consensus, there will be a contest. I still believe in it because it is both in APC constitution and the Electoral Act. And we believe that the president will not honor it in breach. Thank you.
One final question. Given its impeccable qualities and
Please, identity, sir.
around the country.
Hello?
Yeah, my name is Gabriel Atunoyi. I'm the editor of the APC News Online. My question is, given its popularity nationwide and its qualities, we know its qualities are there. We can see it's intellectually vibrant and digital. Do you think it can emerge as the consensus candidate of the APC?
I believe we should. If APC looks inward, that's what we are telling them. To look beyond, to look very inward, look critically, examine everybody's agenda. I believe they should look in that direction, and they would if they look at it from the advice we have given and the stand that we have taken today. Thank you.
So,